Okay, so before we actually get started on Dragon Age Inquisition, I just want to give a little update to what exactly has been happening. So, looking at my calendar, it was like somewhere between the 6th of September on Friday to the 9th of September, which was on Monday. Somewhere between those 4 days, after I did the videos I've done for Inquisition, and then my finale to Cyberpunk 2077. If you haven't seen that, watch the finale to Cyberpunk 2077. During those, somewhere in those 4 days, I looked at the calendar and I saw the day 26th of September. And for those who are Last of Us fans, 26th of September marks the anniversary to Outbreak Day / Last of Us Day, wherein the supposed cordyceps gets unleashed and destroys the whole world, according to the game world in The Last of Us. Not to the TV series, because the TV series version happens in 2023, so that doesn't count. It counts for the game. So in the game version, 26th September marks Outbreak Day, Last of Us Day. So I thought, with the time I had from the calendar, I thought maybe I could do a full game movie of both The Last of Us and The Last of Us Part 2. Needless to say that those of you who have seen my full game movie of The Last of Us Remastered and Last of Us Part 2, I have done it, but it took me quite a bit of while to do them, because you can see Last of Us Remastered is 10 hours long and Part 2 is 17 hours long. So you can imagine making two separate videos, one 10 hours, the other 17 minutes, took up quite a bit of space on my PC. And obviously, me having volunteering work every Wednesday, Thursday, and Fridays, that did not help out making some time to do them. So obviously, because of that, it took a bit of while, because, especially with the uploads, the editing, and all that time for them to get uploaded and shit, for the SD and HD and whatnot, took quite a bit of time. And then eventually, finally done it. But because I spent the next 2-3 weeks making them, I decided to take the whole last week off. I decided to take the whole last week off, and now I'm back to making more videos of Dragon Age Inquisition. Sorry, there's something really stuck in my throat. Okay, as I was saying again, after the 26th of November, uploading one video that was 10 hours and the other one 17 hours, and then a credit song, I decided to take the last week off, no videos whatsoever. And so now, second week, I decided that now for this one, we'll be back to doing some more episodic Mondays, continuing Dragon Age Inquisition, and as well, finally gonna get started too on Red Dead Redemption 2. Because if people saw my online gameplay of it, it should give people a clue that since I finished Cyberpunk, I'm obviously gonna play Red Dead Redemption 2 as the game to replace Cyberpunk. But then I wanted to do a third game too, but I'm not gonna mention the third game just yet. It was gonna be a surprise, and whether or not people would like this or not is up to them, because I found the game reminded me of the game I used to play on the PSP version, and I don't know if it's specifically the same thing or not, because, according to the descriptions when you read the game, it kind of looks similar, but I don't know if it is. But if it isn't, I'm still going to try it out, because I've been meaning to try out these games for a while, and thought might as well do it with this one. So obviously, this whole week, for Wednesdays and Friday, as you can tell how I've been uploading them, will be Dragon Age videos. The second week will be Red Dead Redemption 2, and on the second week, it will be the new game that I have decided to try and do. But obviously, once I start these 3 games, I will continue to do so until Dragon Age Inquisition finishes, and then from there is Red Dead Redemption 2, and obviously the next game I'm going to do. But I know the next game I'm going to finish first for Red Dead Redemption 2, because Red Dead Redemption 2 is more longer than any game you could ever play. So obviously, you know, the other game is going to be finished first before Red Dead Redemption 2. And when that happens, 2 new games to go along with them. Other than that, and explaining why over the last 3 weeks, no videos except for the Last of Us videos. Welcome back to, once again, Dragon Age Inquisition. This is my first attempt with no knowledge in it whatsoever. If you have not seen the previous videos that are with us, recommend you watch them before watching this one. Link below will be hopefully Dragon Age Origins and Dragon Age 2 videos. Oh yeah, and speaking of Dragon Age the Veilguard, I heard somewhere last week, and I saw videos and so many shit on it, that apparently the Dragon Age Keep thing that you use to import your story and decisions, it will not come into play for the Veilguard, because apparently for the Veilguard, the only decisions that will be carried into that game is whoever the Inquisitor romance, if the Inquisition has disbanded or not, and if you vow to stop Solace or no. The fact that only those 3 decisions which will be impacted into the Veilguard, it worries me. Because I know for a fact people will like the game, but in terms of, like, you know, combat, cinematic, lightning, character designs and all them, I know people will like that, but in terms of storytelling, no one's gonna like that, and I know that for a fact. No one's gonna like the storytelling, the story part of the Veilguard, which is why I hope that supposedly, you know, the Veilguard's story campaign will not feature anything on the hero for Ferelden, whoever it is. It won't talk about Hawk, so we won't see Hawk or whoever is the warden gets left behind in the Fade. So my hope is, let the Veilguard just continue the story as it is, and then if they do DLCs, if they do, because people need to remember too, the whole 10 years it took for them to finally make the freaking game, a lot of postpones, lots of changes of staffs, fires of staff. So, you know, I'm not that particularly high and have really have any expectations for the game, honestly. But that's for me. I can't say for anyone else. But I just want to say, you know, like, if the Veilguard is only going to concentrate on the Dreadwolf story along with, you know, the companions as always, but not much from the Origins in 2 and some stuff in Inquisition, I hope they will do DLCs, because they have to, because they have been DLCs for all the other DA games, so why not do DLCs for the Veilguard too? And I'm hoping for those DLCs, it will be specifically for story events from Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and also Inquisition. If it's possible, maybe the DLCs could be playable characters where you get to play as the hero of Ferelden. You finally get to find out what happens with Hawk and play as her, and who knows, you get to play as the Inquisitor too. But that's for the DLCs, and that's what I hope. I really do. And, you know, that's obviously, you know, for the Dragon Age Veilguard. And a part of me, I just want to say, a part of me can maybe understand that, because, you know, we're in the Tevinter Imperium for the 4th game. We're not in Ferelden, we're not in Orlais, so in a way, you can kind of treat the Veilguard as a sort of reboot in a way, because, you know, you're in a new country, you're in a new place, you're with new characters, so it kind of makes sense to treat the Veilguard as a kind of reboot, because again, you're in the Imperium, not Ferelden or Orlais. So it kind of makes sense to kind of treat it as a reboot because of where you are, but at the same time, you know, in terms of storytelling, story-wise, I don't have the high hopes for it. I know people would like the the character modeling, the action, the cinematic stuff. I know people will be okay with that, but you will see that in terms of storytelling, on maybe story expectation, they're not going to deliver on that. It's going to be horrible. Other than that, you know, that's everything I heard for Dragon Age: The Veilguard. And obviously, you know, that will be linked below when I get to eventually play it. Other BioWare and EA games will be linked below, such as the Mass Effect Trilogy games and the new Mass Effect game coming out. Similar games to the DA games will be linked below. Not gonna go into details on those DA games. Gonna say similar games will be linked below. And that's about it. Yeah, so I pretty much gave an update on what I've been doing in the last few weeks. Talked about the Veilguard, future plans. Okay, let's go. Let's continue on with the DLC, The Descent 2, because we're continuing the Descent DLC story too.
Surfacer.
We've lost so many. The Inquisitor's a welcome sight.
The Legion can handle Darkspawn. It's what we're born for. What we die for.
And the Tremors? Don't be stone-blind, Yakar. This is beyond the Legion. We don't run into an emissary.
Oh. Now we definitely will.
I take it emissaries are bad.
Most Darkspawn are mindless killing machines, connected by the Blight. But emissaries are intelligent and use magic. Shrieks. It had to be shrieks.
I thought you close to all kinds of dark things.
Everyone's got their favorites.
I'm partial to ogres. Great racks.
This belonged to an exiled dwarf. He was experimenting with raw lyrium.
This door. There's something strange about it. Looks like our construction, but...
It's missing gears.
we have to find them. It's our only way through. That gear will fit the door. Keep an eye out for others.
This gear is warm to the touch. Strange.
I don't recognize that metal. But we should only need one more.
Did that messenger who came through camp have any news about Orzammar? The food shortage?
More riots. There's unrest from Dust Town to the Diamond Quarters.
Can't have the Deep Lords going hungry.
I made sure your mother and brother are safe.
That wasn't necessary.
You're welcome.
behind such madness.
have enough of these odd gears. Let's head back to the door. It's open. Keep any gears we find. We may need more. And if we don't, I want to study them. Whatever they're made of wasn't mine down here. Another strange door. Who put these here? And why?
This one uses a different kind of gear from the others.
We don't have to open it. My stone sense leads the other way. Though I am curious to see the other side.
You always are.
That scar on your nose is new.
Yeah, fell out of bed.
You sleep on the ground.
Surprised me too. kill Darkspawn like you've been doing it your whole life, Inquisitor.
He means that as a compliment.
You're famous. Even down here. Is it true you killed a dragon?
Magnificent creatures. Bringing one down is always bittersweet.
I can't even imagine. Tell me about their teeth. I've heard they don't all breathe fire, and their scales have different colors and patterns.
Careful, Ren. I believe you're drooling.
tell who they were.
I'm sorry, Ren.
You joined the Legion knowing you're already dead. You don't fear the killing blow. We rest in the stone and pass our strength back to her. That's our reward. But the Darkspawn defile these soldiers. They can't return to the stone. They'd only weaken her.
There must be some way to lay them to rest with honor.
We can burn the remains.
Aye. That's all we can do.
Look at that, Ren. Could this be Hedron?
Darkspawn all over it. You can see their torches.
We're getting close to something.
Aye. The fight of our lives. Keep your mouth closed when fighting Darkspawn. Their blood's poison.
I've killed Darkspawn.
There was this Carter boy, Vaughn, who joined the Legion around the same time I did. Fast with daggers. Could poke 50 holes in a Hurlock before the Blighter knew what happened. Daggers are messy. Vaughn swallowed some spatter. Took him 3 days to die. Lost a good soldier in the roads once, which fell down a hole. Found it 3 days later.
He loves this story.
She spent a whole day telling us all the strange things she saw while lost. A golden longboat floating in the air. Packs of hairless children hunting nugs. A giant skeleton on a throne.
Was it true?
Never found out. She woke up the next day. Couldn't remember any of it.
matches what's on the Grey Warden's map. Time to look around.
Something.
A lost caravan. It may have been down here for centuries. I wonder if anything's left.
Have a look at this. lost my leg to a hurlock a few years back. Left a nasty scar.
How'd you get away?
Kicked her with the other leg.
Good man.
Seriously, keep your guard up. They'll use your tongue as jewelry.
Ugh. I'll remember that.
Encouraging things about your progress topside. That you're bringing order to the chaos.
That's what they tell me.
We could use that down here.
I heard the hero of Ferelden came down here during the Blight.
Cardall met the Warden, but I never had the pleasure.
Do you often see Grey Wardens?
From time to time. They're a good bunch. Tough in a fight. Fearless.
more on the lyrium experiments. Looks like his results were inconclusive. Why is this here? Perhaps there's a use for it.
Darkspawn are getting worse. Must be close to a nest.
That explains the stench.
this is gonna take me for a while, isn't it?
not done!
Oh my god, that was a bloody nightmare. And for the record, I stopped after my third attempt to see other people's walkthrough with it, and everyone has the exact same problems. Too many attempts, and the Genlocks just constantly spawned in over and over again. Like, what the hell? What were the creators thinking for this part?
That's the last of those, Darkspawn. Legion's in your debt, Inquisitor.
Look at this, Ren. It's ancient. Maybe 1,000 years old.
Any idea who built it or why?
This Tig is on top of a lyrium mine. According to the memories, the mine was destroyed by some unexplained disaster. The miners must have used this lift to reach the lower levels.
Sounds familiar. If there is a Titan causing earthquakes, it's down there.
I found this book with the emissary. The pages are mostly ruined, but a few are readable. See this line? I awoke to the singing stone. Our kingdom trembled at the Titan's hymn.
That reference to singing stone. I've been told that raw lyrium has a sound.
A hum. The mining cast follows it to find lyrium veins. They say it's the stone calling to them.
Perhaps it wasn't chance that the quakes destroyed lyrium mines. Is it possible the Darkspawn or their emissary could also hear the song?
The stone would never call to those vile things. But that doesn't mean they can't hear her.
Darkspawn live and die by the Blight. They don't care for much else.
I didn't realize you knew so much about Darkspawn motives.
Not everything's a mystery, Volta. Some things are exactly as they appear.
And some things are not.
If similar quakes happened then, the people who lived here may have found a way to stop them.
I see no solution in the text, but it's practically dust. We're lucky any words survived.
Half a poem. Just what we needed.
Perhaps this will change your mind. Look here. It's the royal seal of Orsec Garal.
King Orsec Garal? That book belonged to a paragon? Maybe you are onto something, Volta.
Of course you'd take a dead man's word over mine. Always the traditionalist.
Hey, challenging tradition lost you a cushy position in Orzammar.
Does a king's book mean that much to you, Ren?
Paragons are the best of our people. They don't hand that title out to just anyone. Not even a king. Knowing it was Garal's book from the start would have saved us an argument.
As if you'd ever avoid an argument.
What does he mean you lost your position? I thought you were a Shaper.
Not all Shapers have the same duties. Mine were adjusted. When my superiors ordered me to remove an official record from the memories, I declined. We decided it would be best if I served the Shaperate here, finding history instead of recording it.
That record must have been important, to risk your position over it.
It was trivial, actually. A childhood friend of King Balin had ancestral ties to the Carta. But the truth is the truth, no matter how political it may be.
The Shaperate can erase official records. Aren't the memories permanent?
Sometimes erasing records is standard procedure. If a dwarf becomes castless, they're struck from the memories. But I was asked to change a fact that someone important merely found inconvenient.
If the Shaperate is willing to erase memories, what would prevent them from covering up the existence of Titans?
Why would they do that?
Because someone in power demanded it.
What you did and why is none of my concern.
I'm sorry I brought it up. The earthquakes are what matters. I don't know where this lift leads, but we're about to find out the hard way. Get ready.
The Inquisition is on everyone's lips. Even the Assembly has taken an interest. I'm told King Balin wished to meet you personally, but the Deshers talked him down. The earthquakes present too great a risk. When the previous king died, Orzammar nearly fell apart.
Oh my god, did Default Warden, who is a female elf from the Alien Age, really chose King Balin to rule Orzammar? And I know there's a bunch of clips saying like why King Balin should be the choice. But after he screws you over, whether you're playing the older brother and sister in the Dwarven novel, and just the way he is, no way, no hell and way does he deserve to be king. And the fact that the default story chooses him is just is way more messed up. And I'm terrified to know what the default version of the Veilguard will be. I'm terrified.
How does one become a shaper of memories?
I was born with a keen stone sense. It caught the Shaper's attention, but my passion for history earned me the title. It was never really a choice.
You seem quite excited by the idea that these titans may exist.
My connection to the stone allows me to hear it, but I can only listen. Titans can sing through the stone. It is extraordinary. We call ourselves children of the stone. What does that make the titans?
What's life like in Orzammar?
I haven't lived in Orzammar for 3 years, but I receive updates. Is there anything in particular you'd like to know?
Do you miss living there?
I do sometimes. Particularly the easy access to a warm bath and clean clothes. But the importance of my work outweighs the comforts of the city.
How's the political climate in Orzammar?
There have been riots due to food shortages, but they will pass, I hope. I've no doubt some Deshers will try to use the situation for their own gain. But the king has a good hold over the assembly.
What are Deshers?
Members of the assembly, all noble born. Through the assembly, they govern Orzammar. The king presides over them.
A dwarf's caste seems to dictate their entire life in Orzammar.
I could bore you for hours about our society's castes and the tensions that go along with them. Simply put, citizens of Orzammar are born into a caste, and that is their lot in life. A member of the Smith caste can never join the warrior caste, and vice versa. Everything is predetermined.
There's no way for someone to change castes.
It is possible for a member of the lower caste to marry above their station, but only their children's caste will improve. Similarly, when dwarves are made casteless, so are their descendants.
That's enough about Orzammar.
Of course.
Thanks for the insight, Shaper.
My pleasure, Inquisitor.
We'll speak another time.
I've been meaning to ask, Inquisitor. Skyhold, how does it... well... hold in the sky? How do you keep it from floating away?
It's built into a mountain.
Held by the stone, then.
Shaper Volta said you're a veteran of the Blight.
I was a wet-nosed recruit.
But you survived.
Swing your axe long enough, you're bound to hit something.
You must have racked up a few stories.
Maybe when this is all over, I'll have the time and ale to tell them.
Most of Ren's stories end with decapitation.
I'm an efficient guy.
I'd like to know more about the Legion of the Dead.
The Legion's pretty straightforward. We keep the Darkspawn out of Orzammar, and we're sodding good at it. Becoming a Legionnaire is a lifelong oath, one that can't be broken. We celebrate our own funerals before coming to the Deep Roads. As far as our families in Orzammar are concerned, we're already dead. Hence the name.
That's quite the commitment.
It isn't a glamorous life. Every Legionnaire has their own reasons for joining. I'm the common criminal to the deep lord with illusions of grandeur. All are accepted.
What about you? Why did you join?
I had a responsibility.
A historian and a soldier. That's an unlikely friendship.
What makes you think we're friends?
The bickering.
Fair enough. Walter's got the stones of a silent sister. Doesn't mean I won't give her a hard time.
Thanks for your time.
Oh my fucking Christ, after God knows how many attempts I made at that fucking mission. How is it that so many of those freaking gorilla Genlocks, they just kept spawning? I mean, how is that fair? There's no balance with that part. That sure, you go in, and it's not really a nest, really, because where are the brood mothers? If that was a nest, where the hell are the brood mothers? But anyway, you go in, clear them out. You first kill 10 of those zippity guys, then you kill 10 of the alpha ones, then you kill alpha gorilla ones, then the ogres, which I will say again, the ogres, they almost look as if, like, you know, like they're half dead, half alive. Like, you know when another person looks like when they're starving to death? That's what the ogres look like. They look like they're starving to death with the way their faces look. Because I'm not gonna speak about how, you know, they look in Dragon Age 2, because, you know, we've all seen the pictures and videos of Severin from it. So I'm not gonna go into the details about, you know, like how they change, how they look in Dragon Age 2. But in this one, they look a bit off. Like, I don't know if they're trying to make it look scary with the way they look, but that's just horrible. Their real scary look was how they looked in the first game, Origins. That is like a more realistic look for them, and obviously more very, very scary. But I don't like how they look in here. But anyway, after that intense battle, I am not tempted to go any further, so we'll stop here. We'll be back with this again another time. And as always, leave a like and comments.